Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, homebrew D&D items for your games, and a chance to play some D&D in the Patreon community. We now have a Discord. It's just getting started, but we have some future plans coming, like events for Discord members and Patreon members. It's back to the world of Genshin Impact with Amber. Amber is a knight of Phenonius, an order of heroes created to ensure the protection of the citizens, not only against the dangers of the land, but also to stand against the aristocrats who attempt to enforce their own laws onto others. Amber is an archer who wields flaming arrows that she can rapidly fire with great accuracy, and unleashes an exploding rabbit. Yeah, I was a little confused by that one. I guess it's not really a rabbit, more like a strange thing with rabbit ears that explodes. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook and Xanathar's Guide to Everything for some spells. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those minimums should you use another system. Make Dex 15, Intelligence 14, Wisdom 13, Con 12, Charisma 10, and we're going to be dumping Strength with an 8 because it's not important for this build, but we'll be able to fix it later. Amber is a human, resourceful, gives you an inspiration dice at the end of a long rest if you don't already have one. Skillful gives you a free skill, grab Arcana. Versatile gives you a free origin feat. For this feat, Tough gives you double your current character level in HP and then adds +2 HP to every level after, which is pretty good for a starter character in a game that makes you overwork yourself just to get a new damn character. To finish out your lineage, you have proficiency in the language Common and 2 more of your choice. For background, place +2 into intelligence and +1 into dex. For your origin feat, alert, add your proficiency bonus to your initiative rolls, and you can switch places in the initiative before combat begins with a willing ally if both of you are not incapacitated. For your skills, take perception and insight. For your final proficiency, I'd grab some woodcarver's tools to help make some arrows while you're out in the world. Level 1 fighters start things off with 2 skills. Grab athletics and acrobatics. You are proficient in all weapons, all armor, shields, and the saving throws strength and con. Fighting style gives you a fighting style feat. For this feat, archery adds +2 to your attack rolls with a ranged weapon. Second wind lets you heal yourself with a bonus action by 1d10 plus your fighter level. You can do this twice per long rest, but you regain 1 use after a short rest. Weapon mastery unlocks special properties of your weapons. At the end of a long rest, you choose 3 weapons that you're proficient with, and now you can use those weapons' mastery properties. For weapon masteries you'll use, Longbow gives you slow. This reduces the total speed of a creature you've hit by 10 feet, but you can never lower it below 10 feet. Shortbow gives you Vex. This gives you advantage on your next attack against a creature you've hit with this weapon, and that's it. You're an archer. You can use other weapons, but I'm only going to talk about the bows. Level 1 wizards are spellcasters. You have a spell book that you can prepare a total number of spells each day after a long rest as indicated on your wizard chart. Intelligence is your spellcasting modifier. You get spell slots back at the end of a long rest, and you're starting off with 3 cantrips and 6 first level spells. Ritual Adept lets you cast ritual spells without preparing them as long as you have your spell book when you cast them. Arcane Recovery lets you recover used spell slots at the end of a short rest, but these spell slots cannot be higher than half your wizard level and can never be higher than 6th level. You can do this once per long rest. For your spells, Firebolt fires a burning arrow out to 120 feet, dealing 1d10 fire damage. Light imbues magical light onto an item you're holding or wearing out to 20 feet for 1 hour, and you can only cast this spell on a single item at a time. Magic Missile fires 3 quick shots that auto-hit their targets and deal 1d4 + 1 force damage per shot. Feather Fall slows your descent for 1 minute, and if you hit the ground while this spell is active, you take no fall damage. Mage Armor gives you an AC of 18 plus your Dex modifier for 8 hours when not wearing armor. Shield adds +5 to your AC with a reaction for 1 turn and auto stops Magic Missile from hitting you. Chromatic Orb fires a shot out to 90 feet that bursts out and deals 3d8 damage of a particular type like fire. If you roll matching numbers on the damage dice, the damage fires out at a creature within 30 feet, and you make another attack roll and damage roll. If you upcast this to higher levels, you have a chance to hit more people. You get one more cantrip and one more first level spell, have fun choosing. Level 2 Wizards learn Scholar. You have expertise in Arcana. For your new spells, take what you want, you get 2 here. Level 3 Wizards now have access to their subclass. Evoker from the Player's Handbook will bring the burn. Evoker Savant gives you 2 free spells of 1st or 2nd level from the Invocation School, and we'll talk about those in a second. Also, every level you get a free invocation spell of whatever spell level you have access to. Potent Cantrip improves your damage dealing cantrips. Now when you miss an attack roll with a cantrip, or the target succeeds a save, they take half damage. You also now have 2nd level spells. For your free evocation spells, Scorching Ray fires 3 flaming arrows out to 120 feet and deals 2d6 fire damage. You can fire them at the same target or different targets. Agonir's Scorcher from Xanathar's fires an arrow with such intense heat it creates a 30-foot long line. Each creature within the line must make a dex save or take 3d8 fire damage. For your new spells, Flaming Spear throws out a burning orb out to 60 feet for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the orb must make a dex save or take 2d6 fire damage. With a bonus action, you can move the orb up to 30 feet. For your next spell, take what you want. Level 4 Wizards earn our first ability score improvement, Bump Up Intelligence for more spell attack and DC. For your free evocation spell, Shatter fires an explosive shot out to 60 feet, exploding into a 10-foot radius sphere. Every creature within the sphere must make a con save or take 3d8 thunder damage. For your new spells, take what you want, you get a new cantrip here as well. You've reached character level 5, bringing your proficiency bonus to +3. Firebolt now deals 2d10 fire damage. Level 5 Wizards gain Memorize Spell. Now at the end of a short rest, you can replace one leveled spell of your choice. You also gain 3rd level spells. For your evocation spell, Fireball throws out your rabbit 150 feet and then explodes into a 20-foot radius sphere. Every creature within the sphere must make a dex save or take 8d6 fire damage. For your new spells, Flame Arrows from Xanathar's enchants a quiver of arrows for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. While active, you have 12 shots that will deal an extra 1d6 fire damage on a hit. The spell ends once you have fired all 12 shots, regardless of if you hit or miss with them. Melf's Minute Meteors gives you 6 magical shots for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. When you cast this spell, and with a bonus action while active, you can fire one of these shots out to 120 feet. The shot then explodes, forcing a dex save on everyone within 5 feet of the shot, and they take 2d6 fire damage if they fail. Level 2 fighters receive Action Surge. You can now give yourself a free action once per short or long rest, but you can't cast a spell with this. Tactical Mind improves your second wind. Now when you fail a skill check, you can use your second wind to add the d10 to the check. If you still fail the check, you don't lose the use of second wind. Level 3 fighters now have access to their subclass. Champion from the Player's Handbook will improve your shots. Improve Critical makes your bow shots crit on 19 or 20. This doesn't work on your magical shots, just shots your actual arrows. Remarkable Athlete gives you advantage on initiative rolls and athletics checks. Also, when you crit with your bow shots, you can move half your total speed, and this will not provoke attacks of opportunity. Level 4 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Bump Up Dex for more AC and better shots. You have 3 uses of second wind and up to 4 weapon masteries. Your character level 9, bring your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 5 fighters gain extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. Tactical Shift lets you move half your total speed when you use second wind, and this movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. Level 6 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Intelligence. You've hit character level 11, Firebolt now does 3d10 fire damage. Level 7 champion fighters learn an additional fighting style feat. For this feat, you're going to choose, because being only a ranged fighter is just as bad as being only a melee fighter. You need to customize this build so that way you're not at disadvantage at any point. Level 8 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Dex. You've hit character level 13. Raise your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 9 fighters receive Indomitable. You can now re-roll a failed saving throw once per long rest. Tactical Master lets you switch the mastery property of weapons you're using. When you make an attack with a weapon you've chosen to use the weapon mastery, you can switch it out for other masteries. For these masteries, Push lets you push a creature you've hit with this weapon back by 10 feet. Sap causes a creature you've hit with this weapon to have disadvantage on their next attack roll before the start of your next turn. Slow we've already talked about. Level 10 champion fighters are now heroic warriors. Now during combat, each turn you start without an inspiration dice, you can grant yourself a free one. You now have 4 uses of second wind and up to 5 weapon masteries active. Level 11 fighters learn extra attack ×2. You can now attack 3 times with a single attack action. Level 12 fighters earn another ability score improvement, clean up that negative and place this into strength. Your character level 17, max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Firebolt now deals 4d10 fire damage. Level 13 fighters get 2 uses of Indomitable per long rest. Studied Attack gives you advantage on your next attack against a creature you've missed against before the end of your next turn. Level 14 fighters earn our final ability score improvement and your character level 19, which means you have access to epic boon feats. I have no clue what to give you at this level, so let's talk about an epic boon I haven't used yet because frankly I think we're good on everything. Let's use this moment to learn a little. Boon of Spell Recall adds +1 to your wisdom score. Also, when you cast a spell of 1st to 4th level, you can roll 1d4. If the roll matches the level of the spell, you don't use a spell slot to cast it. Our final level is level 15 fighter and champions gain superior critical. You can now score a critical hit of 18, 19, or 20. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 20, Wisdom 14, Charisma 10. Your total class levels are Fighter 15, Wizard 5. Let's dive in. You are a walking firestorm. You can unleash bursts of fire out to 150 feet. Your basic fire attack deals 4d10 fire damage, and your strongest deals 8d6 fire damage. You can add fire damage to your arrows, which is good because you're also really good with bows. Using a longbow, your attack is +13, and you're dealing 1d8 +5 +1d6 fire damage out to 150 feet, and you can fire 3 times normal, or up to 6 times with an action surge. Also, when you use a bow, you can slow down your enemies, knock them back, or force them to have disadvantage. To round everything out, your AC is 18, your initiative is +11, and your total health, taking the average, is over 170 HP. Downside. Well, you're geared towards a very particular style of combat, that being range and fire. Melee is a blind spot for you, and what will happen if you go against someone who enjoys fire? This isn't too bad though, because I left a huge opening for this to be fixed. You can take another fighting style and utilize up to 5 weapon masteries. You also have a few openings to grab different spells. Speaking of spells, you have over 18 possible spells and can only prepare 9 spells per long rest and only have 9 spell slots, 2 of which are your strongest at 3rd level. So there's a lot of possibilities you'll have to sort through there. So get out there and protect the people from those who threaten their freedom. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Artificer tier. Thank you, John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, Jonathan Haynes, and Daniel Saftler. You guys rock. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.